Hi and welcome to this instructional video on a cool feature in Workshop software, which is how to handle multiple taxes. So let's jump in there straight away and check it out. If we go into settings and then into company settings, what you can do is if you scroll down here, you've got tax settings, and in the middle here you've got multiple taxes. By default set to no, simply click on it and it will create it to yes, right? And then what you can do is you can choose a default tax group. It creates one automatically for you, which is called sales tax. If we save here, what you'll notice, this menu will get updated once we save this. So let's just go save. And then if you scroll down here, you'll actually notice an additional item on the menu there, which is the tax groups. So there will be a default one already pre-configured for you. So it's called sales tax and it's got general sales. What we can do is we can edit this, and I would call this sales tax, for example, whatever rate your local rate might be, and we can save that. And then what you can do is create another sales tax. So you might want to call it local tax or municipal tax, or there might be all sorts of different types of tax that you got there. Now what you can do is you can make labor as free. So some areas have got tax where you only get taxed on parts and you don't get taxed on labor. So you can save that as well, and away you go. What you can also do is you can add a tax group, right? So the tax group, so for example, if I want to call this wholesale tax, and I'm going to call this sales tax, and maybe the rate might be different. So it might be 4% there, and maybe there's no local tax on the wholesale tax, for example. So you can have different clients. So maybe the wholesaler doesn't pay the same as maybe what a retail tax arrangement might be. So you've got both of those now configured. What you can do is in the customer themselves, if we jump in there now and we just pull up a random customer, and what you'll notice is if you scroll down here, there's this default tax group. Now, by default, you might remember in our company settings that our sales tax was our default for all of our customers. So you would only need to set this tax group up for a customer if they were an exception to normal. So in other words, if they were the wholesale one, and you can just scroll down here and save, that customer would then be on the wholesale arrangement for sales tax. So I hope that makes sense. Now let's just go and search for a vehicle in here. Have I got let's just choose again just a random vehicle, and I'm just going to go and do a invoice or a job card for them. So I'm just going to put, say for example, labor on here, and one of those I'm going to put on an oil filter or something like that. Maybe that's $15, something like that. What I want to show you here is that you can see that you've got your sales tax and local tax automatically, and you can have as many different types of taxes there as you like as well. So you can see exactly how much tax is on each individual piece. And when you print out the invoice, you'll actually see that the customer also gets obviously the tax reported on their invoice itself. So you've got sales tax and local tax and whatever those tax rates might be. So it prints out on the invoice. Once I finalize this as well, there's a report in the reporting section which breaks down all your taxes, so you can then remit your tax to the various tax offices and tax, wherever you've got to pay your tax to, and you've got all that information there. So there's the quick overview of how to handle multiple taxes within Workshop software. Hope you love it. Hope it gives you great value, and just one of those ways of being more, have Workshop software giving you more flexibility. Thanks again.